We're moving on to Grapevine City Council, where we have two candidates running. Mark Blum is challenging Shane Wilbanks. Unfortunately, Mr. Wilbanks opted not to participate tonight, but we still want to hear Mr. Blum's responses. You can just stand up. You're going to be the only guy. Okay, we've got some people kind of clearing out, so we'll give them a minute here. So we'll go on and let you introduce yourself, and I would ask that the crowd be respectful, and if you're leaving, that's fine, but please be quiet. Mr. Blum, you have 1 minute to first introduce yourself and answer this question. What is the one burning issue that prompted you to run for City Council?
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming. My name is Mark Blum. How many of you are here from Grapevine? I'd like to see your hands, please. Thank you for all of your support, and I'm glad you came out here. I've been a Tea Party member for quite some time. I also have been a short-term member of the Grapevine community. We left Poway, California in 2007 to come here. We lost our house in a wildfire, my lovely wife over here, Ursula, and decided to move back to North Dallas, where we originally came from. And the reason I moved to Grapevine was it's such a beautiful place to live. The people here are so friendly, and it's absolutely wonderful. The reason I am here in front of you is property taxes. Our property taxes are out of control, and we need to stop.
Awesome, thank you. Name your top 3 priorities for Grapevine and how you plan to implement them, including any programs you would cut or expand. You have 2 minutes.
Thank you. Well, there are a number of issues with Grapevine. We've accepted, unfortunately, the Texera project. $86 million is what our amount of money that is supposed to come out of our funds to pay for trains racing through Grapevine at all hours of the day. No consideration for the people that have houses directly next to them. We have a hospital that's right next to that area, and every time a train has to go over an intersection, it has to blow its horn. So you're going to have a lot of disturbances, not to mention all of the issues of low ridership, questionable folks coming into town with agendas that are not what we wish them to be. I'm sure that our Grapevine City Council has felt that this is a way to bring more people in to spend money in Grapevine. I'm here to tell you that that's about a few $100,000 at the most in sales taxes, if that. So we have other issues that are more important. We have challenges with our police department right now. Over the past 4 years, we have had numerous incidences that need to be considered, and we need to address that. And last, of course, our property taxes have to be reassessed. I know that Tarrant County assessors do the job of assessing our property and value, but it's the City Council that sets the percentage that they use. And we have the ability to physically reduce that money that is being committed in property tax for us by a significant value and really make a difference for the economic issues that the people that live in Grapevine have. Thank you.
Okay, our next question allows 2 minutes for your answer. Agenda 21 is it?
Again with 21?
Excuse me. Agenda 21.
3 years I answered this question. It's the same every time.
It's still a problem. Agenda 21 is an initiative put forth by the United Nations to fight climate change. And there are those amongst us who believe that global warming has been a controversial issue. And many people believe that a lot of the data has been fabricated in order for the government to just exert more control over individuals. For that reason, because conservatives are resistant to any influence of an outside organization, especially the UN, we have been fighting Agenda 21 for years. It's a logical conclusion, and in fact, even most of the Grapevine City Council has forcefully said we would never let the UN tell us what to do. What many don't realize is that the ICLEI, pronounced ICLEI, the International Council for Local Environmental Initiatives, is an international sustainable organization that helps to implement the Agenda 21 concepts across the world, and Grapevine is a proud member. Other local municipalities, Garland for example, have withdrawn from this program when they learned the truth about it. What are your thoughts on such a program, and would you be willing to help get Grapevine removed from it?
Yes.
Thank you. 2 minutes for the next question, Mark. We just finished talking to the Colleyville. Do you want to elaborate on that?
You want to expand upon that?
Anyone want further explanation?
I didn't think so.
Next question, up to 2 minutes. We just finished talking to Colleyville candidates about TexRail, how it will not alleviate traffic congestion, will not help the environment, and will cost us money instead of saving us money. In fact, the train is expected to cost taxpayers $40 to $90 per rider. We could buy each of them a couple of tanks of gas, or 3, at that price. On top of that, rail lines are considered a vehicle for crime, knowing that Southlake opted out of having a train station and Colleyville citizens stopped their planned rail station. Should Grapevine, where a train station is in the works, be concerned about any of these issues? How should we address them? What would you support, would you support canceling plans for a station in Grapevine? Now, before Mark answers this question, we do want the audience to please take note that TexRail trains are not like the charming Tarantula train that runs from Grapevine to Fort Worth. Everybody loves that train. We're talking about 44 diesel trains, not light rail, per day, supposedly needed to bring in commuters to work at our hotels. An undisclosed amount of freight will also be run on this line. Freight trains can take up to 10 minutes to cross an intersection. So now, Mark, how should Grapevine address these issues, and would you support canceling plans for a station in Grapevine?
Well, that unfortunately it's already been initially decided, but the fight's not over. And hopefully we will be able to stop TexRail in its tracks. We don't need all that freight. We don't need that kind of transportation coming through the middle of Grapevine day and night. Just listen. You can hear the train whistles. You can hear them. I've been in Houston, and a mile and a half away, you can hear those train whistles right next to downtown. It's horrible. Why do we need it here? Like you said, we could pay for a limo to pick up people and bring them to town if they wanted to. At the price we're paying, $86 million is what our total commitment for Grapevine is. Not to mention the $30 million that they've set aside in the form of 185 acres that we bought. So again, it's not making any money either. So don't expect this to make any money for us at all. Thank you.
Quickly, please let us know how you feel about high-density developments, such as apartments, condos, senior homes, and the like being brought into the city.
No. Easy enough?
It looks like they accept that answer. Okay.
Well, no, the real answer is high-density housing provides a significant benefit for a lot of people, but unfortunately it also brings an unfortunate element into our community. And that has been a serious situation along certain areas of Grapevine. It's important to realize that some of these issues that happen with our police department are part of the situations that we're dealing with high-density housing. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, lightning round. Yes or no? Like Colleyville, Grapevine residents have watched their water rates climb. Tarrant Regional Water District, who manages our water supply, diverts big chunk of its revenue to Fort Worth's Trinity River Vision Project, rather than using that revenue to offset the cost of water distribution. Do you agree that Grapevine should not increase water rates until the city steps up to challenge this practice both legally and politically?
Well, guess what? Grapevine did that last year. So if they're going to do it again this year, if I'm on council, I'm going to say no.
Okay. Do you support term limits for the council?
Absolutely.
Do you support spending cap, property tax appraisal cap, and debt cap reforms currently being considered in the state legislature?
Absolutely.
Do you support taking economic development discussions out of executive session and into public session?
Definitely.
All right, as we close our questions for the Grapevine City Council, we want to give you the opportunity to provide closing statements. You may respond to or expand upon anything covered here tonight or bring up anything new that you feel is relevant. You will have 1 minute.
Thank you. Grapevine residents, thank you for coming out. Tea Party members, thank you for coming and having us here. Oh, wait a minute, it's just me. So, well, I drove by Shane's house because I live right next to him, and his car was in the garage, so I know where he is. But in all seriousness, we have to make some changes. Shane has been on city council since Reagan was president. Okay, it's time to change. We need some new life, we need some new blood, we need some new people up there with new and fresh ideas to make Grapevine even better than what it is now. In 10 years, let's see, we were the Grapevine of Texas capital, and now we're the Christmas capital of Texas. We don't know who we are. We need to do something about that. We need to focus and make sure. Oh, you're going to stop me? I've had all this time.
We'll cut you a little.
I think that, you know, the city is wonderful. It's great to live here. It's got some great things going for it. But we need to sharpen the pencil, stop some extraneous spending, the rec, and a lot of other things that... Do you see the prices of some of the things that are on the rec?
Have you seen the prices of the other recreational opportunities in the area?
Yes, I have.
Okay, and you think they're...
I just wonder about spending millions of dollars that way. Thank you. Well, I can't disagree with you there. Thank you, though.
Thank you, Mark.